My name is ELESO MoyosorELUWA, and I am a broadcast journalist. I am a content creator and event host. I actually set my foot in Lagos State University for the first time in 2010, and that was like a decisive point for me. It was a time that my eyes opened up to a lot of things, despite all of the stories and the news about Lagos State University being this, being that. I set my foot here and I told myself, okay, this is a land that is yours for the taking, and you have to start, planting the seed for your greatness right now. That was what I told myself the first time I set my foot here. And believe me, it's been an amazing journey from that very first time when I got an admission to study history and international relations. Yes, not so many people know that I studied history and international relations right here in Lagos State University. Although at the initial stage of my life, I actually wanted to study law so bad, but when dummy, you just tell yourself, let's find an alternative. So basically, history was like an alternative for me, and then after the admission came, the process started. I started flowing with the whole being a student of history. But I got to a time I needed to ask myself, okay, what other thing do you want to do? What would you make out of this course that you're currently studying? So basically, from asking myself those numerous questions to trying out a lot of things on campus, from debates to public speaking to writing, to joining a couple of associations that helped shaping my life, I then found a path in media and communications. So it was quite unbelievable for a lot of people because they felt, oh, you're doing history, you're not even doing mass comm. Why would you love media, blah, blah, blah. But I said to myself, I feel like I had something in me. I felt like my voice needed to be heard on different platforms and different places. So I chose that path for myself. And that was how I started, from trainings to internship and a couple of platforms that I joined. I became grounded in media, and that was how it all started. So eventually I graduated, and then I had my NYC in Delta State. And then yes, it was like 1 year in a media outfit, one that I enjoyed so much. I had fun doing it. Then I returned back to Lagos and I had to continue on that same stead. Then from different outfits, I found myself back in Lagos State University at the radio station that is Lasu Radio 95.7. And I can say that that's also an amazing part of my life, joining Lasu Radio 95.7 family. Now I am an on-air personality with the radio station of Lasu. And I do a lot of things here, from being the head of the news department to working on some other things, personal as well as work related. But that wasn't all for me. At that point, I realized that, hey, you're back in the university setting, you're back in the university environment. Why not just make use of it to gather more certificates for yourself? And guess what? I made the right choice. I got admission again into law, and I'm currently studying law as a second degree, but I'm almost done actually because it's the final year studying law in Lagos State University as a second degree. So yes, I can say that 10 years of my life right here in Lasu is definitely not a waste. It's been a great part of my life that I cherish and hold dearly, and I also love it because I'm one of those who has constantly worked to change the narrative of Lagos State University from what it used to be, the hooligan, the toutish, and all of that, to becoming a face of Lagos State University, one that a lot of people can identify with, one that a lot of people can hold on to and say, okay, yeah, that lady, she's attached to Lasu, so there must be something about that. Okay, so I think one of my greatest achievements is making the decision to always go for the dream or the course of my dream, which is law. And I'm sure as a young lady, a lot of people thought that I was crazy at the time I made that decision. And it was like, everybody just wanted to have their first degree and move on with life. But I chose to go for a second degree, and they're like, are you sure you're normal? Are you normal? Like, are you okay? But I made that decision not considering the fact that it was going to be another 5 or 6 years of my life. But now it's almost over, and people are trying to attach so much credit to the fact that, oh my god, you're strong, you're this. Well, it did not happen that way. I cried a lot. It was a lot of struggle. Although I had work, I was making money, or I have work and I'm making money, but it wasn't easy managing all of those things together. I'll tell you how I did it as we continue. But yes, that's one of my greatest achievements so far. And knowing that it's almost over even gives me so much joy and peace. And I can come out to tell anybody that, see, I've done something that people think is undoable. I mean, I'm getting the second degree in the same university. And then another thing I count as a major achievement for me is putting out my brand name in such a short time. When I started, the name a lot of people know me as in Lagos State University TalkingMo. It was in 2017, yes, and it just came out of the blues, like, okay, you can make money out of event hosting, start something. Then I crafted that brand name. I didn't know it was going to move that fast. And then before I knew, everyone started calling me TalkingMo. I was like, yes, here you go, brand name Tishele. So yes, it became something that a lot of people wanted to identify with. I host virtually all the events in Lagos State University. So yeah, that's like a major achievement. TalkingMo is not an event. What are you doing? So it's another part of me that I also enjoy and appreciate, the fact that I took the bold step to start a brand. Apart from being an OAP, which is also a major achievement for me. It's my 6 year running as a media personality, and it's like, oh my god, yes, 6 years on radio, 6 years doing TV. So yeah, that's another achievement I don't take lightly, because not so many people have the opportunity to push their career so fast and so smoothly. So I must say that I love that part of me too. So basically, from academics to my career, it's been fantastic. I feel like a lot of people usually would see me and they're like, God, she's so creative, she's so good, she's so dark, she's on radio, her voice is nice, come on, baby. It's not always like that, okay? I know that I can be very creative. I know that I have so many things I do, and sometimes I'm like, God, how do you put all of these things together? You know, one time I was going to describe myself to someone, and I said, well, I'm a radio presenter by day, a TV presenter at night. Because that's how my life is. 1 minute I'm on radio, at night I have to be on TV. So it really pushes all of the creativity inside of me, because I'm daily creating content. I'm daily thinking about the next big thing. I want to think about what I'm putting out next for people. So I feel like these things makes me want to break boundaries as much as I can. And every day I'm just thinking about that next thing. So yes, my creativity is embedded in the fact that I want more every time. I want to do more. I want something new every time. So maybe a side of me that a lot of people do not really know or do not really see is my writing side, which I think I dropped years back, but I picked up again. You're going to see my works very soon. And then my content creating side, I went all hard on that at the beginning of 2020. Now I can proudly call myself a vlogger. You can check out my YouTube page. I vlog now and I create amazing content, and sometimes I look at it and I'm like, now you do this thing. Yes, now me, it hot. Then another thing that a lot of people probably do not know about me in line with creativity is that I love acting. And I also intend to take that to the next level in 2020. Maybe you just see me acting on your screen anytime soon. Modeling is another thing I really love, and I do that a lot with my own pictures, working with different brands to create pictures and images that a lot of people will see and they're like, yes, I do that also. I think my creativity is tied around just bringing out something new every time, and that works for me like 100%. Every time people come to me and they're like, Mo, I want to be like you. Mo, you're an inspiration to me. Mo, you are this. Mo, you are that. I'm like, I wish you knew that Mo used to cry every night to bring out, the best part of herself. I am privileged to have mentored a lot of people, particularly in Lagos State University. A lot of young ladies, young guys. And every time I talk to them, I always ensure that it's from my heart, it's from my experience. I almost do not hide anything from the people that I have opportunity to, advise or mentor. And that's what I'm going to be doing to you listening or watching me right now. See, I won't tell you it's going to be easy, because it will never be easy. It's not course, so don't do like this. Because even me, I did like this then when they were telling me. It's not a course, it's just a reality. Nothing is easy. You have to just take it like you are on a battlefield, because we're actually on a battlefield. And almost, in fact, none of us will leave this battlefield alive. The only thing we can do is to ensure that while we are battling or while we are in this battle, we do everything everything we can to conquer as much space as we can, and then push those boundaries so that our name can be written in the sand of time. That's like the basic thing you need to always have in your subconscious, because last, everybody go do your waka. And when I say waka, I mean death is the ultimate. Like, it will always come. So in the meantime you're here, while you are on earth, what are you doing with yourself? What are you doing with your talent? What are you doing with your capacity? What are you doing with your knowledge? These are questions you need to constantly ask yourself every day. For those of you who are looking forward to coming into Lagos State University, or those who just got into Lagos State University, or those who are still here, well, my advice for you is that you're in the best place. You're in the place where your creativity can get to like 100% if you allow it to be. And then the basic thing you can do for yourself, or the best thing you can do for yourself, is to be focused. Don't be too harsh on yourself, even when things are not working. Even when today it's a 3, or tomorrow it's a 4, or next tomorrow it's a 5, don't be harsh on yourself. Just continually push till you get to that point you want to be. Like I told you, studying history, now studying law, it must have been trouble. I'm not besides, I like book like that too. But believe me, I'm doing so well. I graduated with a 2-1 and I'm currently on a 2-1 and I'm almost done with law also. So you can do anything you set your heart to. Just keep pushing, hold on, keep believing, do the right thing at the right time, and you'll be fine. So the first time I heard about Lasu Wild Mind, I was like, they want me to come and be wild. But yes, wild minds are like those who they have vision and they keep pushing for it. And I think this project is really amazing, and it's a good way to showcase everyone in Lagos State University who is doing something daring, something interesting, and putting Lagos State University on that great map of the world that we're currently seeking to be on. So I think this is an amazing project. I look forward to more coming out of this project, especially when it comes to projecting Lasu in a good light. And I must say a big shout out to them. Thank you so much for counting me worthy to share my story, my achievements, and my work so far. It's such a great pleasure, and I'm so honored and humbled, and I look forward to amazing works with you guys. Thank you, and remember to check out everything they put out there, because trust me, wow,